Hello adventurers, welcome back to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 13. Last time out we absolutely destroyed the goblins. There are a few goblins still alive. I mean, there's a few just standing right up here, sitting. They're still drinking. But it's better if we leave them alive, you know, because then they walk into their stronghold and see it all destroyed. But today, we're probably going to be heading into the Underdark. I say probably. We are going to be heading into the Underdark, because we are now tasked with travelling to Moonrise Tower. But before I do that, I feel like there might be a few cutscenes that I haven't had yet happen, that can happen now. So I am going to spam some long rests in hopes that some things happen. So that's how we're going to start the episode. Before we get to the Underdark.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
It's been a long, hard journey.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others. Then, myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Lae'zel, we're just exhausted. Lower the blade before you do something foolish. Oh. Not dying today.
I cannot trust my own mind. So it seems I must trust yours. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
That's fair. Definitely a lot of camp stuff to catch up on.
Came just in time. You are transforming.
Look at this handsome man. Who the hells are you?
Your salvation. And not for the first time. I saved you before. I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a Mindflayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
I shall get up on my own, thanks.
Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you. But for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
Going on over there.
A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that. But only if you embrace your potential. go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back.
Okay.
Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
Now I should probably talk to everyone because everyone's gonna want to say something about that. This might just be the camp episode, honestly. We might even not get to the Underdark today. Now, I don't know if I'm actually gonna use the parasites in this playthrough. I really liked not using them in my first playthrough because it did make the game like a little bit more challenging, especially towards the end. The game gets pretty easy battle-wise. So not using the parasite made it a little bit more challenging, which I do enjoy the combat, so I'm not sure yet. Karlak?
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
I had a similar dream.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
Well, I didn't believe a word of it, but
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
I did indeed. It happened to you as well?
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads.
Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
Did your dream tell you to put your hat on? I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
Well, we should take advantage of what we can, Astarion, but not just yet.
Exactly. Waste not, want not. Even when it comes to Mindflayer parasites.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
I agree, Lae'zel. We should ignore this dream figure.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms.
Or devils. But yeah, we should have as little to do with these tadpoles as we can.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
I had the same dream.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
I'm not sure. It must have its own motives, right?
Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitor's promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit.
Might as well talk to Volo one time while we're here.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mindflayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about Mindflayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking.
That is shocking.
The druid Halson had some kind of mind flayer specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
And what do you know about their parasites?
As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you?
Well, I've encountered a Mind Flayer and killed one.
That can't be.
I've also been infected by one of their parasites.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you find out yourself?
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
I'll just lay down then and let you look at me.
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
Quit the shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Now we get a chest for friend Volo. It's not really something I'm going to use either, but it is free money. You can also trade with him, and he has this really amazing ring. When you heal a creature, it gains 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws, which is basically Bless, without needing to cast Bless. So we'll go ahead and throw that to Shadowheart. Let's continue to spam until we run out of events.
Looking at something?
Just looking. What are you doing?
I'm looking too, but not seeing very much. Another quirk of my affliction.
Do you miss it? Seeing your own face?
Preening in the looking glass? Petty vanity? Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red.
What color were they before?
I don't know. I can't remember. My face is just some dark shape in my past. Another thing I've lost.
And now you've added 7 years bad luck.
What?
I'll be your mirror. What do you want to know?
I want to know what the world sees when it looks at me. What do you see?
Well, I see strong, piercing eyes.
Oh. Go on.
A dangerous smile.
Very good. Now just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day.
Well, you're fine, but Shadowheart, there's a real beauty.
How dare you? I thought we had something special. Still, you're nice too.
But you said ooh the
I
other
better
night.
get some beauty sleep. It seems I need it if I'm to catch up with the competition.
I like that interaction. Even though he said ugh the other day. Back here.
I promised I'd be back.
You did.
Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin, might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
So what should I be doing?
Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites were merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
So how do I destroy the source of the tadpole's magic?
I'm not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than illithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the true souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be Mindflayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
How is it that you protect me?
I have powers of my own. Unique powers. But know that we are alike. Just like you, I was infected with a Mindflayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells. They need me. I have to go.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No. I can handle this. For now. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can. But sooner or later, I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult.
Feels like a bit of a trap, doesn't it, Karlach?
Agreed. A bit of shiny armor doesn't impress me that much. I don't want to get taken in by a pretty offer and pay the price later on.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well.
Yes.
Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
Gave you a gift? Feels like a trap.
On the one hand, you're right. On the other, don't be so wet behind the ears. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, And do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
I distrust the visitor too, Lae'zel.
Well chosen. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms.
Exactly.
And there will come a battle. Of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips.
Do you think the strange figure will come back?
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
Who or what could that be?
A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
I'd sooner avoid these powers if we could. I feel like we're being led to a trap.
Then we'd do well to walk around it. Use these powers sparingly, if you must use them at all.
You were the one talking about using them.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
I'm still not sure, Gale. I don't trust the stream visitor's intention.
I suppose you're right. We still see only a part of the picture, however much our visitor claims to show the full vista of options at our disposal. I can't deny my curiosity, but, as you say, no harm in delaying it, for now at least.
Hey Volo, has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Ooh. And how many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
I have it on good authority that extraction is currently impossible.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Well, I would rather a second opinion, if you don't mind.
You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
It is kind of worth doing that if you want the see invisibility perk that you get from doing it, but having sat for it once on my honor mode playthrough, because, you know, you take every advantage you can on honor mode, I don't really want to do it.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation, or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
What's going on? Why are you two arguing?
Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
Well, there's no sense in us fighting each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
So, any idea on how we settle this thing?
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it.
Tempers are flaring
You
in the
had
camp.
every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Shadowheart, you don't have to do this.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
We should give her a chance.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
How romantic.
But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
I want to talk about what happened with Lae'zel just now.
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now. Well, apart from you, of course.
Why can't I sleep soundly? It's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes.
Not killing each other is friendly. About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
It's good, because we won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
I'm sure we can get entertainment elsewhere, Astarion.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama.
True.
I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
I'm going back to bed. Ooh.
You recognize the feathered creature. It's the owlbear cub you rescued.
Hello, little Owlbear. Come here, buddy. Nice.
The cub tilts his head. He does not trust you. Yet.
Okay. Well, have a piece of food.
The cub's eyes lock onto the food in your hand.
I'll toss it to him.
The creature gulps the food down. It seems he hasn't eaten in some time. With a hungry chirp, he steps forward. He wants more.
The hand that feeds is the hand that's loved. It'll never leave your side now.
Alarmed by your companion's approach, the cub flees into the forest.
Gale.
I stand corrected.
Nice. The little Owlbear has visited our camp. That's good. I think that should catch us all up with the camp stuff then, to where I'm happy. It's funny because this, you know how like TV shows have beach episodes?
Is that blood?
This kind of felt like that. The camp episode. We'll get started on our way to the Underdark, but I think it will be next episode that we actually go there. But this was important, definitely. I like when you throw the food at the owlbear and literally everyone in the camp approves. Very good. Alright, so we're gonna go through Guts Chapel to the Underdark. We do have an ogre to deal with here.
Got a long road ahead.
But that shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I'll try to knock her out, because, you know, I'll feel bad if I don't. Big dam, nice. Love it.
Alright, Karlak, it's go time.
Like, it's such a big ogre and you can't hit it when you're that close. Of course, it can hit us without doing anything.
That won't work.
Big miss. Shadowheart can reach.
Let's do this.
Good. Like I said, sometimes I've got to deal with it other ways. Oh, a 20 from my offhand? That's insane. That's crazy damage, mate. Good job, Gale.
Afford to let up.
Best get going. Best be on my way.
Alright, let's loot Guts. People, we did just knock it out. We didn't kill the ogre, but, you know. It'll wake up in the morning, be like, what was that? An interesting looking device on the floor.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that. What's that?
I never unlocked that. I always did the puzzle. The puzzle isn't that hard. You just need to make the black dots in the light, basically.
Breathing, despite everything.
But I wanted to see if I just unlock it. I just immediately opened the door, I guess. A ladder that seems to go forever. We are definitely reaching the basement. Loot this outpost. I think the outpost is what we were looking for, right? Well, here it is. Actually perceive the wall. The first time I played, I had to like jump up here to get this loot.
Interesting.
Thankfully, it is doable to just jump up there to get it, but it was a little bit annoying.
Trap.
The armor that is in this chest is very good. This luminous armor, it is insane because the radiating shockwave and radiating orbs that it gives just makes it so you aren't taking any damage, really. I don't know if we're actually going to use it in this playthrough though, because, you know, Shadowheart's going more in your face attacky. But not using it kind of makes it so I
Let's move.
might have a bit more challenge, so that's fine too. Minotaur. Absolutely blasted.
Get back. More effort than a pit of spikes. Credit where it's due.
Now there are two ways out of this outpost. You can either go out through this wall, which does trigger a pretty challenging fight, or you can just break the orb on top of the statue. I do like breaking the orb on top of the statue, gonna be honest, so...
Never a dull moment.
It inspires Shadowheart, which gives us more experience and more inspiration, so it's always worth. But since we have now reached the Underdark and are ready to go exploring, I think I'm going to bring this episode to an end there. Like I said, it's a beach / camp episode. I was expecting to go to the Underdark a bit more. We got some good stuff done by doing the camp stuff, so a worthy episode at least. Next episode we'll just be heading into the Underdark, exploring, probably dealing with a lot of it. Probably spend a few episodes here. Hope you all have a great night or day, depending on when you're watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.